So this week I decided to watch Law and Order Special Victims Unit, which I've pretty much seen all of them up to date. I've been binge watched that on Netflix a few times. But this time I was really paying attention to the different elements that we read about in chapter 4. The first being the shot. How was the how were the scenes shot in relation to the characters? And it seems like in Law and Order, there's always two sides of the episode, one being the crime that's being committed, and the second being the investigation of the crime. And then later, the arrest of the criminal, which has the same tone as the crime being committed. It's kind of darker, but I've noticed while they're investigating the crime, there's a lot of medium shots, so the detectives are pictured from the waist up, while the crimes and the arrest are depicted more in a long shot so that you can see their whole body. The second thing that I tried to notice throughout the episode were reaction shots, which these were actually included frequently when the suspect was in the scene. The detectives would be talking and the suspect would not, and it would cut to his reaction to what the detectives were saying. And it was usually always shocked and worried. And then the other thing that I noticed was the lighting. Was it bright or dark? And this goes along with the theme of the show. There's always a twofold situation. During the investigation shots, the lighting would be brighter and easier to see what was going on versus when the crime was being committed and when the arrest was being made, the shots were darker and harder to see exactly what was going on, which made it a little bit more suspenseful during those times. During quiet moments of the show, there was an intense, dramatic, suspenseful tone of music playing. And the quiet times were always kind of when they were maybe looking for the suspect. They were tiptoeing around his apartment, about to break in. It would be suspenseful, like what's going to happen next, and the music really added to that. So the length of the shots, were they quick or long? They were very quick. I think the average, shot time was 4 seconds. The longest I counted being 6 seconds and the shortest being 2 seconds. So it was very quick. I would describe the overall production and design of the show to be um, the characters and the settings related to real world as we would see it. Obviously, this is set in New York, so not me in Jackson, Mississippi. But if I was imagining myself in New York, the scenery and the outfits and the lighting, all of that looked as if it would be believable in real life, which made it. I don't want to say scary because the TV show is not meant to be scary, but at times it's meant to kind of shock and awe. So, but portraying the real world made the intensity, heighten because it resonated more with me as the audience, just because I could picture it really happening.